to automate and save you money. That's what we call the Cost Automation Nation. We take your distillery, take your brewery, we take your winery, and you could be making more profit, or unfortunately, in this economy, maybe losing less that you can make it through for the next boom. I'm Ben Tarabello, Master Distiller of Tarabello Distillery, and here are my takes. We've already discussed your label, we've discussed your glass. Today is building on local relationships with strategic volume agreements. And this sounds funny. You're like, dude, I've been buying the grains from the local warehouse or whatever. Like, why go this route? Well, number one is get to know a local farmer, okay? This is important, and I'm not going to go too much into it. That'll be for another time. But when you build a relationship with a farmer, often they'll go, hey, you know what? I'll give you a bulk discount. This year's plentiful this year. There's a lot. Why not pick it up at this price? So you first say, but I can get from the distributor at a lower price. There's something about being local. Your delivery is cheaper. It's when you need it. They can go drop it off, free transportation. Pay attention to small extra costs that you can cut out. Okay? This is very important. Another interesting point that you have to keep in mind, you ever got a surprise broker fees? They go, hey, by the way, it doesn't exist. You're going straight to the farmer. So that is a huge, huge benefit. You're dealing local, you might as well reach out to the local brewers and say, look, I'm bringing in grain. I'm bringing in, let's work together. There's an attraction. There's a reason why they're going to say, if you call up and say, let's get a delivery of, from whichever distillery, a big bulk delivery, they're going to go, huh, like, I want separate accounts. But over here, there's some glitz, there's some glamour, there's potential bringing it in another local into your orbit to build on. They're much more loyal, okay? So you can go ahead and sign local. They're going to keep you posted. It's less likely you'll have a sudden shoot up in price we will get when there's a shortage on the market because a farmer grows what they grow. Unless their costs go up, they're less inclined to squeeze you for the last dollar. They're more into let's work together, let's be successful. There's a serious relationship. You're a person. You're respected for your craft. Respect the farmer. They return the respect back. It's like a love affair. You're taking and put it down right. You're taking something that they worked hard on, and you're building on it. You are creating on it a craft that they can't do, but are improving their product and something that people get immense joy from. Important. Pardon me. Another important fact is, let's say you want to buy bulk. So from an importer, they might not want to, or a distributor, they might not want to hold on for you. But a farmer often will say, hey, look, I did it once, cut. I just need money in the bank account. I'll hold it to you, no problem. And that is a huge benefit for distilleries that might not have the volume or the space to store so much grains. Farmers, for local, no big deal. And that is huge. And you'll see, even if the farmer is hesitant in the beginning, he might, I've had distillers tell me, look, I started off with corn, and in conversation, I would learn that, he always wanted to experiment with rye, but there's no local market for rye. But that's where his passion is. Boom, a handshake later, we're getting all local rye, getting all local corn. The farmer's excited. He's talking to other farmers, and a culture is built around our distillery. And this is the same for a brewery. Your easiest client base is local. And even that's not so easy, as most of you probably would know. But if you're bringing in the local grains, you got the farmer, you got his hands on that come to farm, you got all his buddies that come over. You're adding in a tremendous new base of clients, new artists, and none of them have been there before. So, just a brief recap. It might be scary. Go to the local farm, shake hands, get to know him. Maybe stop off by that fruit stand on the side of the road. He might just be there. You'll be surprised on how much it can even be much cheaper once you have a conversation. And even if it's a tad bit more, the value, and that's what you need, and loyalty that a local farmer will bring to your brewery, distillery, or winery is unparalleled and unmatched. Thank you very much for joining us on the Everything But the Battle podcast. Cost Automation Nation. Stay tuned for our next one tomorrow. All the best.